Hi there, it's Claire here from My Creative Spirit with a review of some of my favourite Facebook Live projects that I've made and shared with you all. Hi there, it's Claire here from My Creative Spirit with a review of some of my favourite Facebook Live class projects. Our Facebook Live classes started last May during lockdown, that's May 2020, and they were designed so that we could all craft at home, but join a group, have lots of fun, learn lots of tips and techniques about how to put three-dimensional projects together, and using some basic supplies and your own choice of papers, create really lovely projects that you would want to make, keep for yourself or maybe give as a gift. And I'm always getting asked which is my favourite, and it's really hard to come up with one favourite. So I'm sharing some top favourites with you today. So all of the projects can be made out of chipboard, 2mm chipboard, card that coordinates with your paper choice, signature black construction tape, some craft magnets and tabs, could be any tabs, and then papers from your own stash, and then embellishments. So it was a really good way of being able to craft without being reliant on shipping or postage, although all of the products are available from our website. And we have had loads and loads of fun in the classes. So if you're new to the Facebook Live classes that I run, they are on Facebook. So one condition is you do have to be a member on Facebook, but not use Facebook, just be able to access the class. In the class, you get an intro video that takes you on a walkthrough of the project, just so that you can familiarise yourself with what we're going to make. There's always a video on how to cut your chipboard pieces. Some of us are old hands at it, but some of you are new or not sure how to cut your chipboard. I just cut it on a basic trimmer. So there's always a video on how to cut the chipboard pieces. There's a slideshow of pictures from the finished sample, so you can get a feel for what the project looks like as it's made up. And then there are always two live classes. The first is a 2-hour class, and the second is usually 2 hours. It might be slightly less, but it takes you, both of them take you through how to put all of the chipboard pieces together and construct the project, decorate it, and then I throw in lots of tips and techniques spontaneously, really, as we go through the classes. So there is loads and loads and loads to get out of each of the classes, and you can watch them whenever you like. So once you've bought a class, you've got access forever. You can go back into the group, you can rewatch, rewind the videos, and make the project again and again and again. So I thought I'd take you through my favourites. If you like them and you'd like to buy them, you can follow the link below, and you'll see all of the Facebook Live classes listed, and then you can select the ones that you like and want to join. So here we go. In no particular order, I have chosen the Gladstone box and mini book set to start with. This is made out of chipboard and decorated in Antarctic papers from Stamperia. I love this collection, and the challenge for this project, or this class, was to come up with a project that you could make and decorate with 8x8 papers. So the album inside is decorated with the 8x8 papers, and the box with two 12x12 sheets. So it's a nice window box. I've got it standing vertically. I've got it on some gorgeous Tim Holtz metal feet, and then these beautiful penguins on the front really showcase that opening with the album inside. Now the nice thing about this project was you could make more than one of these boxes. They're actually drawers, and then layer them up so that you get a drawer stack as well. So multi-purpose project, but I chose to make it vertically and then create an album to go in the drawer. And then the little album that sits inside the box was designed for those 8x8 papers. So really a lovely, cute little album that's got lots of tuck spots, and these sections are one sheet of paper and then just extra for the edges. A really simple, nice, neat little album. So if you're conscious of cost, this really was quite a reasonable project to make. And then you can clip your photos in really easily using paper clips. I love our black paper clips. And then you don't have to stick your photos onto your pages. So a really fun class. If you're new to album making and you want to learn a little bit about construction, then this was a really great class to take. And then it all goes together back in its little box. So you can decorate it in any paper. All of the instructions for all of the classes give you generic cutting guide so that you can use papers of your choice. We all like something different. So that was the Gladstone box and mini book set, Facebook Live number 8, class number 8. This is the Kipling case and album set, decorated in Christmas magic, and it was Facebook Live class number 12. A really lovely small project. Again, the album can be decorated out of 8x8 papers, but in the class you learn how to make this wardrobe style box. I've added wooden feet at the bottom, and it opens with a magnetic closure, opens right out. There's a mini album inside, and then a little secret compartment in the box to put whatever you like in. And again, it's a 2-part project. You learn how to make the wardrobe, or the little box, which in itself would be a really nice little gift. And then there's the album section as well. So just a little tiny album, little pocket album with lovely little pages that you can add pockets to or keep flat, really to showcase your photographs. Again, quite a reasonable project to make. Got little pockets, different styles for the pages. The little album has got an extended spine. And again, the class has got lots of tips and techniques for making different layouts on your pages and how to create that extended spine. So really fun little album, which in itself is a nice little gift. Reasonably priced as well. And then it all fits back together in its little box. So that one was the Kipling case and album set, Facebook Live number 12. This fun little box and album set was Facebook Live number 3, one of the early ones, and it's the mini Breakbook Duo and box set. Decorated here in papers from the music collection by Stamperia. You learn how to make a drop lid and a box with a lid in the class. And then inside the box are 2 fun little brag books, one portrait, one landscape, and they're all done up with ribbons. And when you open them out, they're a lovely way to display your photos. So again, not an overly complicated project, but one that is just lovely to give as a gift or to create your own memory in. And then the little books all tie up with their ribbons and fit back in the box. So they look quite It looks all quite roomy. And this one opens sideways like that. So it looks quite roomy when they're both in the box, but of course mine haven't got any photos in. Let's just do this one up. And once you put photos in, obviously that really pads out the little books, which is why they've got such long ribbons on. So again, in the class, you're making a lovely project. This one's got little metal feet on, teeny metal feet, and an old key that I had. I think I must have had it for about 10 years. But again, the project gives you lots and lots of scope to use your favourite papers to make a really fun box and mini album set. Next we have the Emma album and stand. This was Facebook Live class number 6, decorated in gorgeous papers from the Hortensia. And throughout all the classes you learn about how to gauge how much paper you need depending on the size of the project. This one took 2 12 by 12 pads and an 8 by 8. I didn't use all of the papers, but used most of them, but this collection was just stunning. And one of the requests I'd had from the group, the class group that we've built up, is how to make a larger album to display larger pictures. And that's why this album took so much paper. But we do like to hoard it, and we have got lots of it, haven't we? So this was using the Hortensia collection. I've also used the die cuts in here as well. So in the class you learn how to make a stand for your album to sit in so that you can display it. And then this larger than life album. So here's a little stand. It's got gorgeous graphic 45 metal feet on the stand. And then we've got quite an unusual closure, slides across the cover. And there was also an optional closure as well, which was just magnetised, and it just held the album closed in a different way. That's got one of those little birdies on and a chipboard piece. So that was just a fun alternative. And then inside it's a flip-flap album, and again it's quite plain. Its purpose is for you to be able to display your pictures, so those become the feature on the page. We've got large pockets, large flat areas and flaps, all held down with fun little paper clips, again, which are great for adding your pictures into your pages. And then each of the pages has a pull-out mat, some with pockets, some are flat, again, to display all of your pictures. And it just flips open. It's just a lovely, simple album that you can decorate with whatever you like. In the class, I show you how to make one of these fun waterfall. This one's got caught. Not waterfall, pop-out pockets, slidey pockets. Let's just pop that over there. And we've got acetate pockets as well. So again, another class full of lots of tips and techniques on creating a lovely album to really showcase your pictures, which is what the albums are all about. They don't need to be over embellished, but you need room in them to display what you want to display in them. But this was a gorgeous, gorgeous collection to craft with. A little clip there. Another fold out, and then a lovely deep pocket at the back and pockets at the sides, just to hold your bits and pieces in. So that one was the Emma album and stand. and that was Facebook Live class number 6. I loved it. And then that just slides over to hold the album closed. And then it fits back in its little stand. Next, we've got the Helen Photo Box. This was a really fun project. I loved them all, but I don't know, this one, maybe out of them all, this is my absolute favourite. So another how to make a box class, but a box with a difference. It's got little feet at the bottom. It's made in 2 or 3 parts. We've got the lid, the main area of the box, and then it sits on a base that you can add your feet to. And when you take the lid off, the front folds down. So it stands, I've lost a foot at the back, but it stands like that. It's almost like a little writing desk. And in this front flap, we have got some photo mats. Oops. That fold up, nice pocket mat. What does this one do? This was just a fold out with those lovely munchkins. And one more. This one just folded up. So I've decorated this in the Magic of Oz Deluxe Collector's Edition. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. If you follow me, you'll know I am a Graphic 45 uber addict. I just love Graphic 45. Inspired me to start crafting back in 2011. I've had the most fabulous journey with Graphic 45 as a design team member and their UK ambassador. I've been on the television promoting Graphic 45 on the craft channels in the UK, and I continue to be inspired by their collections. So this was one of my all-time favourite collections, and it inspired the project. I've made many projects with it in the past, but I just loved this. So you've got the 3 fold-out photo mats at the front, and then the box is in 2 parts. So there's a front section. It's got another little photo mat in there. It's staggered, and then there's a mini album at the back. So this was just a fun belly band, pockety little insert. There were 2 little mini books. Again, I've gone for cream, black and green as my feature pictures. And then these little mini books are so easy to put your pictures in with paper clips. You can just clip your photos to either side and they just fold up. And ribbon, we've all got ribbon. Ribbon makes a fabulous closure. And then it doesn't matter what you put inside your little book, you can always close it with your ribbons. So that was one. And then these were little flip-up books with little magnetic closures, like little photo wallets, really. So 3 different little wallets. And then at the back there is a mini album. So let's take the whole thing, these out, and then you can see. So there's the box with its staggered sections. It looks really complicated, but actually when you follow the class, they are quite simple to put together when broken down into stages, and that's what I love sharing. Let's just pop those back in, that one back in, and then the little album in here, I've called mine There's No Place Like Home, and then just a simple pocket album with a nice band and pocket pages, little tuck spots. Again, a simple project that you can make as detailed or as simple as you like. But a fun little album. And again, it doesn't take too much paper. I think there's 24 sheets of 12 by 12 paper in this collection pack, and I think I used about 14. So the album is a nice size. You can cut your page spread out of one sheet of paper, or two page spreads actually out of one sheet of paper. Let's measure it the right way. 6.5, maybe 1. Nice little tuck spots, little photo. Just making good use of the pictures, creating pockets with them. And again, lots of tips and techniques in the class as we work through the album and put it together. And then the lovely witch, I think that fits in there. The lovely witch at the back, and another belly band. And then it all goes back in this fabulous, very wobbly now, little box. Get the lid on. So that was the Helen Photo Box. And last but not least, this one is the Dorothy Box, decorated in papers from the Precious collection by Stamperia. A really lovely little presentation box, with or without the album inside, with a nice window that you could just have and make as a gift box. You don't need to cut the window out, you can make it with a solid lid. There are options. And then a really lovely little album inside. We've got a little lift in the box. I like to add those because it makes it really easy to get the album out of the box without poking your fingers down the side. I always decorate the insides of my boxes with black so that whatever you're putting inside it really pops. And then this lovely little album, which I think is 6.5 square, 6 by 6, yeah, 6.5 square. It's just a pretty little album to make, with little flip up pages, nice little tuck spots. Again, not overly complicated, but you can make it look as simple or as complicated as you like by adding your own embellishments. So one page style added in different ways to give you a variety of surfaces to add your pictures on. Got paper clips again, just a really great way of adding ephemera, pictures, extra detail into your projects. Such a pretty paper collection. And then I've used some of the We Are Memory Keepers eyelets to coordinate with the collection on the tags in that staggered pocket. So again, fun little album. We're all about the album making, and a gorgeous box, which is 3 inches deep. So a really nice size for a lovely project. So that one was the Dorothy Box, an album set, Facebook Live class number 5. So you can find the link to all of the classes. If I've inspired you to come and join one of the classes, you can follow the link below and find details of them all on our website. In 2020, they were £10. And for that, you can join the group. We've got a great community built up and have a fun time crafting while we stay at home yet again. Here we are at the beginning of 2021 and still in lockdown. So if you're looking for some crafty inspiration, then do follow the link, have a look at all of the classes and have some fun. Thanks very much for watching. Do give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe to my channel or click that bell, and then you'll get notifications of new projects and products as they come out. Bye for now.